dun 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 dun. I don't want it. Queen. So I'm sure you guys can tell that Maya and I are in person for this one. Maya's flown across the pond, and we are in Bournemouth in the UK. So, obviously we're about to watch Game of Thrones, House of the Dragon, episode 3. Do you think it's going to be good?
No.
How come?
First off, there's crabs, so obviously it automatically gets a no.
Yeah. For those of you who didn't realise last episode, if you watched that, Maya has a phobia of crabs. Actually, you can make a video explain that, aren't you?
Yes.
I'll edit that myself. You're going to struggle to edit it.
I'm sure. You're just going to put photos of crabs in it so I can't watch my own video.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah. Yeah, so you think it's going to be bad because of the crabs. Any substantive reasons?
Crabs is a substantive reason.
No, it's not.
Crabs is...
Only to you.
Okay, chat. Tell us down in the comments. Is crabs a substantive reason for a show to be bad?
I think there's something. If any of them say anything, it's going to be no.
Say yes, please.
No. Yeah, let's jump straight into it and see what happens. Let's jump into Thrones of Games, Dragons of the House. What were your thoughts, Maya?
It was good.
But, let's sense the but.
But, was it great?
I think it was, personally. So, here's what I rated it. So, subjectively, this is a 9 for me. I really enjoyed this episode a lot. I just got to see a lot of the character development over the 2 or 3 years that it's been since the last one. With the king as well, with him having his coming to his conclusions about who his heir should be, him sticking by his daughter. I really love that stuff. You see how Rhaenyra's grown, the main character. You see Daemon's in a conflict. The fact that he sees that his elder brother, the king, is now sending help. That pushes him to then launch an attack, which then pressures the rest of the Valerians, whatever the hell they're called, to then attack, and they end up winning before the king even gets there.
Yeah.
I like it. I like how everything kind of interweaving together in that regard. The drama was also handled pretty well. Pretty well. I say objectively, this is probably the best episode. I think this is objectively a 9. This is the best episode, in my opinion, of the show so far. Though, actually, I'm reluctant to give it a 9. If we're still using 0.5s, I'll give it an 8.5. And the reason why is because, for me, the slow motion. It was too dramatic. It wasn't grounded enough. It was trying to be too dramatic.
Yeah.
And that's the thing I noticed. Dan and Dave did the same thing. But at least the writer for this show is doing it well.
Yeah.
But I feel like there's too much airy-fairy drama and cinematic shots and stuff. But it's all slow mode and all meant to be impactful. I like the grittiness and the realism of the... I hate comparing it to the original show, but of Game of Thrones season 1 through 4. There wasn't a lot of this slow-mo shit. I would have rather seen Daemon in normal speed and see him go through all the motions, which we did see, but it was paired with all the dramatic music and that stuff.
Yeah.
And whilst the music was good, I think it would have been better if it wasn't slow-mo. I think it would have been better if they just kept focusing on him and this entire thing, and then do the panning thing. I mean, maybe just see it from his perspective a lot more, not in slow-mo. Even the fighting, less in slow-mo. I get it, it's expensive to do massive choreographed fight scenes, but they have the budget, let's face it.
Yeah.
So I don't know why they didn't do that. I would rather they have done what they did in the early seasons of Game of Thrones and skipped half the damn fight, which is what they did here. But you think the one-on-one fight between the crab guy and Daemon would have been something we'd seen, not the aftermath.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of future skip overs either. So even if they do go back in the next episode to reveal what really happened, there's no reason we would believe they would do that now. So it's a dramatic, we skip over and we come back to it later when it's convenient for us. It feels strange.
Alright, I'm going to change my rating. 8 objectively, 8 subjective, 8 across the board, like the first episode for me. Talking about it actually has made me go back on a lot of what I said. Actually, you know what? No. I like this actually a lot more. 9 out of 10 for subjective. Subjectively, I liked a lot of it. even though there were parts of it I didn't like. But the first half I think was pretty decent for what it was. You do see a lot of the feelings of the characters. You see certain characters staying loyal to their past, and then characters that they have previously had good relationships with, and so regarding the Queen now and Rhaenyra. They used to be best friends, so of course she believes in her friend, and has to persuade and has to get the king to see that. The king then realizes that he named his daughter the heir and wants to stand by that. I think that's a good thing. I think that lines up with his character. Yes, he's cowardly, he's weak, he will struggle to say that, but he's getting his confidence as he's getting in his old age and realizing things more. And the White Stag thing, how the White Stag didn't show up and then showed up later on, was really good. Bringing the board back, all the men seeing that Rhaenyra can fight and is not some damsel in distress woman like people probably think she is.
She rides dragons.
She flies dragons and she kills boars.
I mean, like...
It would have been better if it was the White Stag, but still makes perfect sense to shoot why it wasn't the White Stag.
I feel like the White Stag is just like they were trying to say, oh look, she was the chosen one. But not just because the White Stag showed up for her, but because she didn't kill it, she is chosen by the gods. Like, it's like, because she didn't kill it with such an emphasis, but there's no reason to kill it or not to kill it.
Yeah.
That's the truth. It's not special. It's just, you guys already killed a boar, now you gotta go home. There's no reason to kill this deer, so there's also no reason not to. The most you could say is maybe to one-up my father.
Fair play, which is kind of what that was.
But she didn't know about the White Stag from her father, so she wouldn't know it was a one-up.
That's true. If it was, they probably would have killed it.
Yeah, maybe.
Actually, no. Did they know about the White Stag?
I thought she had already left. I could be wrong. I could
No, she might have heard it in passing comments. We have no idea. So, anyway, we didn't do your rating. What would you rate this, objectively and subjectively?
Objectively, I'd give it an 8.
Subjectively?
8.
Okay, so objectively across the board, it's an 8. Subjectively, it's an 8.5. I actually think this is the best episode of the show yet. And there wasn't that much flaws, but there wasn't a
lot of flaws, but at the same time, I feel like something's missing. I don't know what it is.
The groundedness of it.
The groundness.
I think it was too flamboyant and too... It's too clean. You know? The grittiness, especially in the latter half, where you're seeing the Daemon and the Valyrians fighting. That wasn't gritty enough. Especially when Daemon goes off there, like he does. It's too slow-mo-ish. I feel like that should have been a lot more grounded. Kind of similar to like the Battle of the Bastards. How that started off. When Jon, after the Stark kid doesn't zigzag and gets arrowed by Ramsay, and Jon Snow's kind of there and he's fighting and it's all in real time. I would have preferred that for Daemon, to kind of emphasize his skill, not slow it down, unless he's like lacking skill or some shit, like the actor Matt Smith. But I doubt that. He's a talented actor from what I've heard. So I don't know.
I mean, honestly, I'm cool with it being not gritty. I honestly think that Game of Thrones in general is just way, like, they lean way too much into shock factor, which is fine, I guess, but for the show to not be gritty doesn't bother me. But I still feel like something's missing. Maybe I'm just imagining it.
Well, so do you think that them killing the crab guy off screen was a good thing?
Okay, no, I wish that they had... It doesn't have to be gritty to show a murder TM on screen. I wish they had shown maybe an interaction between him and Daemon. And if they have it in the next episode, I feel like that's just a cheap shot. Like, you should have it in order when things happen, because that's consistently what we've been doing so far.
This is the episode I was waiting for. This is the episode I was waiting to see what the consistency of the show is going to be like. I think it's going to be consistently around an 8.
An 8, yeah.
It's not 8 consistently a 9 like the main show season 1 was, but I'll take it from this. It's decent. I think it tied up a lot of the loose ends at the last 2 episodes. Also, the last episode left.
Yeah.
And the time jump wasn't too much of a big deal. It's 2 years, whereas the first time jump was 6 months.
Will there be another time jump?
I think so. I've been seeing stuff about the season 4, about the episode 4 preview. Apparently Rhaenyra's older. Spoiler alert, by the way, guys. So...
Well, then. If Rhaenyra is older, then the son is too.
Ooh.
Oh.
So we have to wait and see.
Yeah, casually marry your brother. Half-brother. Half-brother? Half-brother?
Even the half-brother is going to be the cousin. The cousin's a little less incestuous.
And older. And he's got some battle knowledge, so maybe she'll accept.
Oh, that guy.
Yeah, isn't? Oh, I thought that was the guy that.
I think he's already married. So it'll be the younger one.
Not the younger one.
Actually, no, you might not be married. I can't remember. We had to watch that video about the family tree, weren't we?
We need to watch it, and we should react to it because I am sure when you see how much the family tree is a circle, it's a family wreath.
Oh God.
It's a family wreath.
We'll look into that. But yeah, I think that's our thoughts for this show. I'm a bit more optimistic than I was in the last 2 episodes, so fingers crossed it gets better from here. Keep bubbly, guys, and remember that hindsight is such a wonderful thing.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye from Bournemouth. Alright, where's the wine?
Right there. Yeah,
Wait.
I drank all of it.